gone to court. Do you understand it? Let the court determine whether what the president did was legal or illegal. Not on the perspective. That's why we have the court.
Yes.
The court must make a problem. This attitude of what we do, something that I don't like. Because, to my view, is wrong. Therefore, it's wrong generally. That's why people have to go to court.
Your Excellency, that's why I wanted you to
Yes.
speak on the state of play right now. There's a state of emergency in your state.
Yes.
You are a politician. You have benefited from the democratic process, sitting on top of the table in River State. Are you doing everything in your power? Because we saw pictures of you and some legislators from the state in London and all that. Are you doing everything in your power to make sure that 6 months is done and everything returns to democracy? Being a beneficiary.
No. The beneficiary of what?
Of the democratic process.
That's why we are supporting the State Assembly. That's why we want that the only way there can be democracy is when the legislature is in existence. Now, it behoves you now, who is the governor, to allow democratic structures to be. It behoves on you now to say, look, this thing has happened. How do I do to bring everybody together? Now you hear people talk, go on television, say this and say that. I'm an elder. I'm a leader. Has anybody taken it upon himself or herself in River State today? Say, look, see where we are. What do we do? Let me approach this legislator. Let me approach these leaders of the party. What do we do to make sure things work together?
Maybe they are looking up to you to do
You see,
that
that is the problem I have.
as a leader.
You said, you heard what I hear one for Father John said, I'm the cause of the problem. And I laugh. If I'm the cause of the problem, as an elder, he claims he is. Has he one day called me? Come. What is the problem? Why can't you sit down and talk? And let me now say, okay, see this and see that. Rather, as the chief promoter of ethnicity under Adajos governor, in River State we saw hell. That's the period you had Ogoni and Okrika crisis. That's the period you had crisis in Okrika land, where human beings were killed, slaughtered, where he established the Bush Boys. Ask him. Under who? That they now had Amanaba for Okrika, under my government. Under me, under him there was crisis. Bloodshed. Yet people were dying. You set up a faction, or they call them Bush Boys. The other set up a faction, and they were killing, slaughtering people. As a governor, as an elder statesman, and you have not. Sir, these are my people. Now somebody who's not from your place came as a governor and said, no, this has to stop. What is this problem? God gave judgment about Amanabo. Instantly. I never waited. I said, look, there must be an end to all this crisis. Inaugurate the Amanabo of Okrika. I went ahead and created another first class for Oguruma. I recognized somebody called the Amanabo of Keke. I recognized somebody called Amanabo of Okochu. Today, in Okrika, there is peace. If I didn't want peace, as a non-Okrika, I would have allowed it so there would be crisis in that place. And then what I tell people, elder, it's not just because I'm 85 years. Elder also means by your conduct, by your activity. If you be an elder that is 85 years and you're not bringing peace, take away that elder and go. Take it away.
So you have admitted that part of the reason why there's the state of emergency was declared in your state was to preempt a number of things which could have degenerated.
I thought the president did not want the state to get to that level of where anarchy. And he did the right thing. I said, but selfishly, I wouldn't want it.
Yes, that's what I want to ask you.
Because I'm a politician.
So politicians
I'm
happy with anarchy?
No. You don't understand. I wanted the governor not doing well. Get out.
And some people say the sole administrator is also not doing well. He's already acting like a Democrat when he's supposed to be there appointing local government chairman.
I'm so surprised about what he said. He's bringing in democracy. First of all, remember and take ourselves back. If this sole administrator does not bring peace in the place, does not set up democratic structures, remember, the moment the 6 months is over, you fall back to Supreme Court judgment. Today, they're getting their money because a state of emergency has been declared. Ordinarily, if a state of emergency was not declared, money won't go to the state. Money won't go to the local government.
Isn't that hypocritical? Money is flowing to the hands of the state and the local government under an administration that is not democratic.
Listen to what I said now. That's the point I'm trying to make. What is hypocritical about it?
Because the administration is not democratic.
No, but who made it to be democratic?
It's a sole administrator.
No. The government has already collapsed. Supreme Court has given judgment that there's no government. And therefore, there's no appropriation. And you cannot spend money without an appropriation. There's no local government. Who will take the money? Who preside over the money? Emergency route ordinarily is an aberration. However, because the Constitution recognizes that a situation like this may come up, that the president has power to do what he did. In order to say, okay, for the time being, let us have some peace. But in having that peace, civil servants must be paid. In having that peace, institutions must be run. You cannot say civil servants should not be paid, schools should not go on, hospitals should not go on. How about?
Well, the Constitution never said that a democratically elected governor would be swept off his feet because the intention of the Constitution was...
remember Section 305 said the president got the exceptional steps. But like I said, the matter is in court. Let the court interpret. And that's why people should be patient. Up to now, we have almost about 11 cases. I hear the PDP governors went to court. I hear.
Yes,
that's what I heard. They know. They all did that just to, they deceived the governor. They deceived him. Don't you know you're a governor? Apply this, apply that.
Yes,
see where they are.
Your Excellency, if we are looking at a long-lasting peace, we are 2 months gone into the state of emergency.
No, 1 month.
1 month gone. In 6 months is expected to be over. And you stated clearly that the president's decision sort of gave the governor a lifeline. Should his supporters be bothered that after the state of emergency, because we know these 27 lawmakers are part of your political family.
That is what we are saying. He who wears the shoe knows where it pitches him. Is that correct? You're a governor. So hold on. Look at the circumstance where you are. You should take the bull by the horn. Take steps. I told you here. Has anybody approached anybody?
So Governor Fubara hasn't called you on the line since his suspension.
I have told you, have anybody approached anybody? You know, when you see, I don't like people who are hypocrites. I have told you here, mention one leader, one so-called elder in Rivers that has taken steps. Those of them who are running around the governor, collecting money. I hear one of them is always in the golf course, IDB golf course here, playing golf. Has he gone home to say, look, now we're under this kind of situation. What do we do? 6 months will still be over. Have we achieved the peace we are supposed to achieve? Because at the end of the day, if you don't achieve anything, then you still go back to square one. Which does not make sense. Does it not occur to you that, look, if nothing is being achieved now, there's no appropriation, there's no democratic, there's no electoral local government. Supreme Court judgment must be implemented.
So who is the sole administrator accountable to? That's what people are afraid of.
That is why it is called emergency rule, which I told you as a politician I'm not happy. but to solve the situation. And that's where the president came in. And that's why those who know should now know that let's take this opportunity and say, look, I know this is the problem. Can you do this? Can you do this? You must make sacrifice.
Okay. Some will if you are talking of those who know, shouldn't that include you?
It's not only coming out
shouldn't that
on national television.
Yes.